when I discovered personal development right out of college, when I stepped into Wall Street, it was like Tony Robbins and guys like that. I was watching YouTube videos and I stumbled across neuro-linguistic programming, or NLP. And essentially my interpretation of it is it's the ability to reprogram your brain, to change your perspective, right? To change what you associate pain and pleasure to utilize tools such as developing confidence and stuff like that. So when I found that, guys, I went down the rabbit hole and I never looked back. I was just astonished that where I'm at is not a life sentence. I could actually change my mindset. I can reinvent myself, so to speak. And then ultimately now, the stuff that I'm really excited about is like the quantum and the law of attraction, all that stuff. And that's like a whole deeper level. But NLP was really the gateway for me to just understand that we can learn how to learn. We can change our mindset. And from that moment, everything opened up for me.
So I got to ask you this too. When you started this with only 300 Instagram followers, you didn't have any connections or anything like that. How was it just gaining a whole bunch of traction to like what I'm getting at is like Mark Cuban, that's huge. How did that come about?
As we continue to build the podcast with names such as Rob Dyrdek, Ed Milet, John Astroff,
Rob Dyrdek, yeah.
Suzanne Summers, started to gain a lot of credibility. People were sharing about it, and it put traction. And then we started to get a lot of downloads, obviously. And so that provides value to someone that's looking to run an ad, right? Or someone that wants some exposure. And so we built it up to the point where it provided value aside from just good content. And then my PR had a connection and connected with him and his team. And it was a great fit.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
You brought up something really interesting there. You talked about viewing pain and pleasure. What do you mean by that? Like in their purpose?
So for example, let's say somebody associates pain with something. For example, I for years did not like seafood. In my head, I created this belief that seafood was disgusting. I didn't like the smell, this, that, and the other thing. Then it occurred to me, like, was I born with that belief or did I cultivate it over time? And it was the latter. So I went back and rewired my mindset. And I said, if I'm going to go to all these networking dinners and interact with, people that love to order sushi, I'm sick and tired of not eating. And so I just reprogrammed my mind. I realized that, like I said, I wasn't born with that belief. I cultivated it, and seafood can actually be pleasurable if I give it a chance. And the smell doesn't actually destroy me. Maybe it's intriguing. And I started eating sushi. And now to this very day, a spicy tuna roll with brown rice and a little side order of spicy mayo, one of my favorite dishes. I know it sounds so simple. And let me just be clear. It's not easy, but it's simple. It comes down to awareness and then committing.